Here's how one of my clients almost lost the biggest deal of their entire career. But before we get into that, my name is Mwanza and I'm a small business owner based in Zambia. On this channel, we discuss everything entrepreneurship, sales, marketing, life, and success. So you're in the right place. So here's what happened. Sometimes as a business owner, and I'm an advocate for this, you don't need to go straight into registering your business and officiating everything, especially if your idea is not validated. But this guy had been running his business 3 years prior, and his idea was very much validated. He was generating sales here and there, but now he had run into a life-changing opportunity. This was a type of deal that was going to cover his yearly turnover in 1 month. And as an entrepreneur, you can't miss such a deal. Now, sometimes as such deals go, the client came through, inspected the product, he was impressed with it, he was like, we're going with you, but we only need one thing. We want you to submit all the compliance documents because we cannot do business with unregistered entities. And therein came the problem. This guy had not registered his business. And the situation was, however you skin it, he had to register the business. They were not going to buy from him if he had not registered the business and had all the compliance documents. And within a week, we had registered that business, gathered all the compliance documents, and he was off to the races. They won that deal, and here we are. The rest is history. Now, you and I don't want to be in such a position. You are better off laying a right foundation even before things get to that level. So in this video, I'm going to discuss how to register a business right here in Zambia. Now, you cannot register a business if you don't know about an entity called PACRA. Now, PACRA is the Patents and Company Registration Agency. It's the official body that is responsible for registering businesses here in Zambia. They ensure that your business is legally recognized and compliant with the Zambian law. Now, I'm going to show you how to register your business with PACRA and how to maneuver your way around the platform and, of course, the physical address. But first, we have to understand the types of business entities that exist in the Zambian landscape. Now, there's so many business entities that you can register, but for this video, I'm only going to show you 4. The first one is sole proprietorship. The second one is, of course, a partnership. The third one is a corporation. And the last one is a company limited by shares. Now, there are many more other things like a company limited by guarantee and all sorts of other business entities that are in different categories. But for now, these are the most important ones that you should know. Now, each of these has its own advantages and disadvantages, and it's important for you to choose the right one that fits your situation and what you're trying to achieve objectively. Now, a sole proprietorship is the simplest form of business entity that you can ever register here in Zambia. Sometimes it's called a business name. Now, it's fully owned by one person, and it's great for small businesses and, of course, startups. So there's one important thing that you need to take note of if you're registering a sole proprietorship, and that is that there is no legal distinction between you, the business owner, and the business entity itself. What does that mean? It means that you carry all the risk, and whatever happens, sometimes in business certain complications happen. If, let's say, you are to breach a contract and a client was to sue you or sue the business, what it means is that a customer can effectively come for you and all your personal belongings. You carry all the risks, but the good thing about it is that all the profits are yours. You keep 100% of the profit, but of course you carry 100% of the risk. Then a company limited by shares is an interesting one, and it's the most common type of business and what I would advise most of you to register. So this one is a bit more formal. So in Zambia, in order for you to register this company, you need at least a minimum of 2 directors. Basically, what this one is that it is its own legal entity. It means that there is total separation between the business owners and, of course, the company itself. The company will have its own TPIN, it will have its own registration number. And of course, if someone was to come and sue the company in case of breach of contract or any litigation, all the liability falls on the company, not on you, the business owner. So if someone was to effectively come after the company, they would get all the properties or whatever they would need to recover from the company, not from you, the business owner. You don't carry the risk at all. Now, another form of entity that you can register is, of course, a partnership. Now, a partnership can be registered by 2 or more individuals or 2 or more business entities. A partnership is a bit similar to a sole proprietorship in that the liability falls on all the partners in that business. You share the risk, and of course, in terms of the resources, you can be able to pull your resources together much easier, but ultimately, the liability falls on all of you as partners. Then of course the last one is corporations, or what are called cooperatives. Now these can include people or entities above 10, and these offer the highest legal protection, and of course is suitable for larger businesses and those that are looking to scale and of course pull resources together for bigger and bigger projects. So in a nutshell, these are the things that you are looking to register depending on your appetite for risk and of course what you're trying to achieve. Having told you all this, why should you register a business? And for me, I recommend a company limited by shares. Number one, legal recognition. Your business is officially recognized by the government. Two, access to funding. So I think it's not a secret that registered businesses are more likely to get loans and of course are able to attract investors. When tenders are pulled or opportunities for funding are advertised, most sole proprietors are at a disadvantage because they're not even considered for such opportunities. 3, credibility. Customers and partners will be able to take your business more seriously because it's a fully registered entity. 4, protection. Your business and brand are fully protected. Nobody can get the business name from you. Nobody can take your brand from you because it's legally protected. Now let me walk you through how to register your business online. I think it's the easiest path. Okay, so what you do here is you just navigate your way to portal.pacra.org.zm/sign in and you'll be here. The first thing that you can do if you don't have an account with PACRA, you can just create an account. Just by clicking here, you enter all those details like your email address, you enter your first name, middle name if you have one, your last name, then you create a password. But for me, all that won't be necessary since I already have my account. So what I'll simply do is sign in. Okay. Now that we're here, this is where the trick is. This is how this whole thing looks like. So I'll just get you a little bit here. So basically what you're trying to do here now is for you to register the name. The first thing that you do is to get a name clearance. You'll be presented with 3 options. You need to present 3 business options, and you can just here select the business type. So like I talked about, you can either do a business name, which is a sole proprietorship, or a local company. Now a local company of course is divided by these different ones that I didn't talk about, but what you're interested in is the company limited by shares. And what you will say here is the business class that thing is in. Here you just say it's an ordinary company and whatnot. If you're doing a business name, you just say business name, and there you select the business category. Is it being registered by an individual or a firm? You say it's being registered by an individual, and then you do those proposed names. Once you're done with this name clearance, this will usually take just about 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it can take just within the same day. You can be able to get your name registered. If you're doing a business entity like a local company here, which is a company limited by shares, right? An ordinary company. Once you're done with this process, the next step will now be to register the official company. Once your name has been cleared, now you can go ahead to register. So the registration services look like that. Once you've registered your name and your name has been cleared, your next step is to go to the business registration. And here, those names that were processed will appear here. And then you go to the next step where you need to fill in the details of all the shareholders, what about the business activities and things like that. And of course, the fees for this are say $222 for just a business name. But if you are registering a company that is limited by shares, like we talked about, you pay not less than 1,266.67 kwacha. And once this is done, this usually takes about a week or so. Within 2 weeks, you should be done registering your full business and you'll be up and running. So that is the whole process of registering your business with PACRA. They've got this nice little online platform. It takes a bit of some time. Let me just be honest with you. The customer service with PACRA is horrible. It's the worst customer service in the world. The worst customer service in the world. So this simple process that I've listed here with you can take even 2 weeks sometimes. Sometimes it can even take a month. especially if you're not really consistent and determined when it comes to follow-up. So if you're not good at follow-up, you will definitely be delayed to a point where you feel frustrated, to a point where you would want to give up. Their customer service is the worst, just so you know. So the other way of registering a business, which I feel is more faster, because they'll be able to direct you right there and then. If you just have the time and the fuel to burn to get there, you'll be fine. So every major city has got a PACRA office. So in the Copper Belt, mostly you'll find these in Kitwe and in Ndola. Here in Lusaka, we have a few branches. The main head office is in Long Acres. Then there are other agencies that are able to do that. One that I know of is in town. So you can get there and just get the physical forms and fill in all the details that you need to be. If, as I've told you, you can't register a company limited by shares if you are not below 2 as directors. So you and your other director need to go there, fill in all your details, sign and everything, and you can submit. The proper thing is they can be even directing you right there. They can be, fill in here, fill in here, fill in here. Once you have filled in, you can just submit, and within 7 days they should be able to get back to you. The physical registration is more effective, but of course it takes quite a lot of time. Imagine you go there to register just your business name first for name clearance. You go back there in 3 days. Then you go back again and start filling in now the actual company registration forms. You fill in, submit them and things like that. It takes quite a while, and it takes a lot of patience, because you find long queues once you get there. But if you have the patience and the time, I would recommend that you do a physical one. The online one is more effective, more faster, but you just also have to be patient, especially with the unprofessional customer service. These are the types of customer service who don't even answer calls, unfortunately. So basically, that's the whole process. Now, if you find this whole process very tedious, I have good news for you. So at a fee, my company is able to do all this for you. We'll go through all the stress of dealing with unprofessional customer service. We'll go through all the stress of submitting all your documents for you, creating the account for you. We'll do everything for you, register the type of company that you want, and advise you how to position your company when it comes to ZRA. We're talking about the issue of tax, how to position your company at NIMA, NAPSA, and things like that, right? But it doesn't end there. We're able to do logo design. We can even create a website for you. We can be able to provide branded emails for you, so that when you're reaching out to your customers, you have that credibility and you look like a serious company. The other thing that we can do for you is a detailed and professional company profile. This is a company profile that is not only designed to look beautiful, but to achieve a specific business results. Now, this can be funding, this can be developing a business partnership, this can be just marketing your business and brand awareness. We can be able to do that for you. Apart from a company profile, we can do for you a product catalog. Now, we can also do business cards and letterheads, and many other more services. This is all packaged up in one component. If you'd like to hear more about that, there's a link in my bio where you can book an appointment, a one-on-one appointment where we can discuss your business needs, so that we can share and understand exactly what you're trying to achieve. And of course, if you're interested in taking up all these services that we have here, you have got a good discount offer, so that you can easily launch your business very professionally and start your business up with a bang. So I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.